Audio test. What is that delay? Hold on a second. What's going on here, YouTube? Okay, it looks like I messed something up when creating this new stream um instead of just using one of the older presets that I had. So there is a bit of a delay. I do apologize for that. Chell, terrible. Jake, how's it going? Boris, Rob, Exotic, how's it going? So yeah, there's going to be a bit of a delay on this stream today because I messed up when creating the new stream. So yeah, just keep in mind be probably 15-20 seconds behind. Okay, let's take a look at the sales here. So it's basically the same as what I talked about in the video I released the other day. The point of this stream is I want to go through, highlight some of the deals that I see, and help anyone in chat out, that's got some questions, wants some pointers as to things that they should consider. I am working on like a C-store ship recommendation list. I don't know when that's going to be out, but that is something that I do also intend to have out sometime, hopefully before the end of the sale. Winter ship 2025, terrible. Takes a long time for audio to escape Iowa's gravitational pull. Wow, Cheops, that's toxic. Didn't expect me to be streaming until tomorrow. I'll do a stream tomorrow as well, don't worry. I said to people I was going to get something out today. I'd intended to do a video, but then I sort of played Destiny 2 pretty much all night. So you can blame Rob and K-Wolves here for there being no video. We got sucked into the D2 grind. Vuzel, how's it going? Ed, I have no idea what the winner ship is. Okay, let me go to my in-game. Go. Steven, how's it going? This definitely is not Destiny 2. Yeah, the Gagarin's always a good choice. So it's 20% Zen charge bonus or discount if you're over on console. 25% off everything in the C store. 75% off all of the non-bundle items in the Mud store. 50% off the bundles in the Mud store, alongside a return of almost every existing Muds bundle. And then 35% off on the C store bundles. What, you weren't, were you? Not. Wait, who are we? I don't know. I was playing Destiny 2 a while. May have been Nick. I was doing stuff with Rob for a bit. I don't know. I was just doing a lot of Destiny 2 yesterday, is all I know. Where's the cat charm? I can't find it in the store. I will check here in a moment. I did see something about you may need to potentially go in and like change maps in order to get the mud stuff to all appear. I'm currently doing my event daily. I am tabbed out of the game, but as you can see, I am doing my fair share of damage. So ultimately, people are never going to be happy hearing that I am taking the jellyfish in and soloing a lane of the swarm. I did the interactions in the first phase, and all that matters after that is just taking things out. So I'm sorry if the jellyfish offends you. It just makes these dailies, which are very draining, it makes them very easy to do. Not only that, I'm top damage and I'm not even tapped in. It's got to count for something, right? Okay, so Mud Store. It shows right under all for me. Sylvia's Feline Charm, 2000 Zen. Rob's trolling, Giovanni, don't worry. That's what Rob does. Rob trolls. Bug hunt is faster, but if you have a jellyfish build set up and you do the interactions in the first phase, you can like solo a lane and you've got a third of the map covered. Prime time gaming right there. Every time I mention that I use the jellyfish in these event queues after, I do the interaction parts, I'll go, cover a part of the map. People get really salty because a lot of people hate having jellyfishes in their runs. Hey Goss, guess what? Just for you, buddy, I am on an engineer. I am on an engineer right now. I am doing the top damage in the TFO that I am in. And I am on an engineer. Top damage on an engineer. Very high-end build here. Giovanni, it showed right up under Mud's Market All. It's literally right here. It's Sylvia's Feline Charm. It's the top thing there. Sylvia's Feline Charm is the cat device. If you don't see it, then try changing maps or characters. Master Dude, how's it going? I've heard that you've also fallen for the Destiny 2.
Kirk's ship spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over
Engineer
there.
OP? Exactly. I wonder if I've been reported for using the jellyfish yet. I'm doing top damage in the run, but people get salty about these things. Miracles do happen. Elitist AFK gold selling bot farmer? Terrible. Giovanni, it's right here. I have it up on the screen. Sylvia's Feline Charm. Open Mud's Market, go to all, and it's right there at the top. This is the cat charm right here, for sale, 2,000 Zen. I can't decide if you want to get the Legendary Battlecruiser bundle or wait for the Anniversary bundle. I mean, the Anniversary bundle is still a while out. That's at least 2.5 to 3 months. So, I mean, I personally, like, if you're wanting something new to play with right now, the Legendary Battlecruiser bundle, I think, is just really good. But if you're in a position where you just don't want to put any more money into the game, especially given, everything that's went on in the past couple of months, if you, like, the Anniversary bundle undoubtedly is going to have more content in it than the Legendary, or yeah, the 14th Anniversary bundle will have more content than the Legendary Battlecruiser bundle. But that Legendary Battlecruiser bundle is also pretty good. Giovanni, I've got it right up on my screen. Is the delay that bad? I was surprised reading the comment on Goss's video about how people aren't used to me swearing. That was quite interesting to hear. I swear quite a bit, but I would try to refrain from it on my content nowadays. You must be trolling. Yeah, both the Legendary Avenger and Bort are fun. The traits on them are fun, and they both unlock a ton of fun consoles. It's not that bad? Okay. I swear quite a bit, but yeah, it's just try to keep things clean. I blame Triz. So, aside from the Stowe stuff, I do have links to things down below, but I did want to follow up on the other sales that I mentioned outside of Stowe. For real merch, it's 25% off all of the Eaglemoss ships that they have, and they do have some of the Stowe ones. But Master Replicas did also just put up a sale today for buy 3 ships, get 2 free. This is linked down below as well. And they do have some of the STO ships in here. So I'm going to sort this price load high. They're like $30 a piece, but they do have a couple up here, and it's buy 3, get 2 free. So you put 5 ships in your cart, and 2 of the 5 are free. Okay, but they do have several stow ships here, so let me find them. There's the Edison, the Chimera, the Shran, the Jem'Hadar Vanguard Carrier, and there's duplicate listings for that one because there's like a UK listing and a German listing. The RRWLL, the Avenger. I hate that it keeps pushing me back up to the top of the screen. There was also the Tholian Recluse. These actually go into my cart? Yeah, they are. So there's 7 of them that I've found so far. Yeah, and I think, oh, the CUV Damar they also have from Stowe. I think that's all of the Stowe ships that they have as part of this deal, but if you're someone wanting to collect the Eaglemoss Stowe ship models, you know, again, especially with them being, well, with Eaglemoss no longer being a thing, and with 3D printing, you know, having now been shut down, you know, there are a few up here. Now, I'll tell you that these STO models are not that large, and I can give you a comparison here. So I've got the STO Odyssey right here. Get it out of the box. Surprised they don't have the Keldon or Galore. Well, they have a Galore, just as part of the standard ship line. So like this is the size of the Stowe Odyssey. Let me go full screen here on me. It's about like 5 or 6 inches, I think, is what it says on Wixiban. But you know, if you were wanting to pick up some of these Stowe models, this one's unfortunately not included in the sale that they have going on right now. But they do have some of the other, you know, Stowe ships there, and unfortunately, they are a bit smaller than even some of the standard lined ships that they did for Star Trek, which I can give you some size comparisons for here. So here's the Norway, and here is the Odyssey against it. So you can see even the Norway is quite a bit larger there. And against the mid-size models or the XLs, the size difference is crazy. So I got this one here. Can I show the model's chevron separation? No. Will we see a legendary Kelvin Vengeance? Probably not. I think the Vengeance is probably going to stay a Lobby store ship like it is. I don't think they'll do another version of it, because that's one of the prime motivators to get people to engage with the Lobby store. Giovanni, it is. I showed it up on screen a couple minutes ago for you. And here is the Audi against an XL. It's quite the size difference there. This is the XL Gold Galaxy. I got it real cheap off eBay, but the size difference between the Stowe models and like the XLs is crazy. Such a troll. Yeah, unfortunately, the gold ships are usually expensive, but that one was damaged. So if you go on Master Replicas, it's like $300 for a gold XL Galaxy. In fact, I think they may be out of stock of them now. But I got that one for $60 because it was damaged. Some of the paint was chipping off, but I got it and I didn't notice any issues. See here. My favorite, the Talaru. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, indeed, Stephen. What do I think the winter freebie ship will be? It's most certainly going to be the Temerian cruiser. Like the fact that two of the three winter sweaters are Temerian, like this is most certainly the winter ship. Yeah, documents. They ended that sale like I think yesterday, unfortunately. So I guess Epic is getting squat this sale. Yeah, it looks like they've decided to not do a Zen sale at all on Epic this time around. Um which I'm not a big fan of. And I wonder if it's because Epic is doing increased rewards right now or something. I don't know. Was hoping it wasn't that. GM Markbolt, obviously it hasn't been confirmed, but you know, it's pretty damn likely. Speculate on the ship details. Well, it's going to be a deep space cruiser. And like many other cruisers, it's probably going to end up with either a Merrick Worker Lieutenant Commander or a command, command Lieutenant Commander. So most likely, Lieutenant Commander Command would be my guess. As for the ship itself, hopefully like a 5-3. I think it's got to be clear to Cryptic that people just absolutely do not like 4-4 at this point. The Mirror Walker wasn't a thing. I think it was I don't want to necessarily get into leaks, but I think the Walker skin was not Mirror that had leaked out over the summer. Hope it's got a good FAW trait. My Delta Doff sold. Nice, that's profit. Yeah, very. Those Delta Doff packs are crazy. They're crazy good. Okay, so heading in the game here. Apparently my keybind is not correct. Let me swap characters. So let me show something else here quick while we're loading in. I want some thoughts here on thumbnails. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, one of the buyer's guides that's going to be incoming, hopefully before the end of the sales, is going to be some top Zen ships to look at. Now, this isn't going to be a top 5 or top 10 type list. This is more, here's some ships to consider if you're looking for a trait. Here's some to consider if you're looking for a console. Here's some to consider if you're looking for an actual platform. So that's what the video is going to be more aimed at, and it is going to be a longer video. Now, for the thumbnail here, I'm not sure. Do I go with a shot of the galaxy flying away? Do I go with one, up front? I did get a few different pictures here. I don't know. Any opinions? Oh, it'd be a 2-5. Terrible. Billy, how's it going? Jerron? Yes, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I didn't do much myself this year, but my mom just had her surgery and all that. My sister had work yesterday, so I guess today was more of a Thanksgiving than yesterday was for me. Up front. Use a Zen ship? Well, it is. This is going to be the Cygnus. Did I miss your comment, Kane? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Kane. I did not mean to ignore you there. just sometimes, chat flies by and has anything been going on? Are things still dead? Things are dead. Like, the DPS scene is pretty much dead right now. The fact is, infected still not fixed, right? And just the server performance sucks. Like, everyone that I like usually would do runs with that's been hopping in trying to run here or there, we go in, we hop in, we try a run, and the lag is just terrible. Like, I think the point I'm getting to with DPS chasing stuff is that, like, it's hard to recommend to people to DPS chase, like to the min-max level now, because if you get into that mid-max stuff and you really start chasing DPS, it shortens your lifespan of playing the game. You will quit the game faster if you get into any high level stuff. And the reason for that is because when you get into that higher level gameplay, the flaws in the game, the flaws with Cryptic, the just general incompetence they have when it comes to developing and maintaining some things just really, really become even more apparent than they generally are. And it's just a way to become extremely dissatisfied with the game very quickly. And for me, playing Destiny 2 the past couple days, or the past couple weeks, going and playing that, playing some hard content over there, coming back, playing Stowe, it's brutal. If I know someone, and I hate to talk negatively about the game, I like Stowe, but we're at a point with Cryptic just being so disconnected from things, the server performance just being just complete garbage, and just everything, just the general direction of things, where it would be hard to recommend this game to someone who has any like end game min-max aspirations. It's demotivating every time you try to actually play like high level content. I hate to be negative about it, but it's just generally how I feel about it as of late. Yeah, and let me see if I missed any other things in chat. It's not my intention to skip over anyone in chat. If I missed something you said, just drop it in again. Just lots of messages, and it can be hard to keep up on sometimes. Let me just make sure. Is the Galaxy even on the list? So yes. The Cygnus is going to be one of the ships shouted out as being like, as if you're looking for like an isomeg platform. It's not as good as the Bozeman. The Bozeman, or the fleet version of it, the Fleet Soyuz Intel frigate, are really good. But if you're wanting, a Galaxy, then yeah. So this is sort of like the general premise of the video. It's going to be, just covering, like I said, the ships to look at for a trait, the ships to look at for a console, and then for general platform. And I'm also thinking it might be better for me to break this out into the different play styles. Just because if I do it all in one video like this, it'll probably be like an hour-long video. GM Arcbolt, sorry, just reading your comment now. Regarding the Temerian, it's not going to have a commander spec seat. The event ships always have a weaker spec combo because to Cryptic, they have to be devalued against the other like C-store ships. Even though that they're going to be more expensive long term, the fact that they're freely available at first means that they have to be weaker than what the current standards are for C-store ships. Malon. Yeah, indeed, Master Dude. Destiny 2 Lightfall's on sale on Steam. Yeah. I picked up all the expansions a couple weeks ago when I started getting into it again. I'm still doing World of Warships, but I like what they did with the Battle Pass, where you can get your dailies done in three games basically. So I basically throw the first two because they each just need 300 score. So I'll go in with like a fast ship like the Marseille or Kleber, and I will go in, get enough damage to get 300 points, and then just die and move on to the next match, because some days I just don't feel like committing to, 3 really long matches. I know that's terrible. That's not good for the teams that I play with over there, but yeah, and trying to get feedback through like on the forums is just I don't think Cryptic is aware of many of the issues that pop up, because they don't play the game at like an end game level. Cygnus is fun. Yeah. Got cheap on CD keys. Corey, I think Stowe still has quite a bit of life left to it. If you're playing the game, more casually, for sure. Like, if you just don't try to dive too deep into the DPS chase. Getting a couple 100k DPS to get through content and carry teams is fine, but don't go too crazy dumping in, like $1,000 trying to get a million DPS build or something like that. I don't think the game is worth that level of investment right now. But if you wanted to drop, like 50 to $100 in for a bundle, I think you're gonna get enough playtime out of it to probably make it worth it for you. Especially at a more casual level. Like if you picked up the legendary battlecruiser bundle or an anniversary bundle, that's a bit of that's a few ships for you to mess around with, some consoles, some traits. Um, I think that there's still things you could justify, but going in and trying to set up like $1,000 DPS build, no. I wish I could say something different, but the game's not at that state currently. Okay. Finally hit a mill with Dew and it feels good. Yeah, and congrats on that, Steven. That, like, getting that mill number does feel good. And yeah, like Chell said, you don't need $1,000 to hit a million. But yeah, don't go crazy spending in the game until you're, especially if you're a brand new player. Don't spend more than what like a AAA title would cost until you have a feel for what the gameplay is like, what, if you're fine with how the end game of this game is. And that end game is that there is no end game. You make it up. Your TFOs that you do to get your reputation marks, that is the end game content. Yeah. Yeah, John, the like Stowe lockboxes compared to the warships ones, I've been saying many times, like they need to seriously go in and fix up the Infinity lockbox, because that's one of their main income streams, and it sucks right now. The Infinity lockbox sucks to open. I have slowed down opening lockboxes this year because it's not a good experience. It you get so much crap. They need to put more choice boxes in for things like DOF packs. They need to make it so you can just sell the choice packs on the exchange, including the ship ones. I think, I may be wrong, but I think that if we could sell the T6 choice packs, both the Infinity one and the promo one, directly on the exchange, ship prices would come down. I think you'd actually see promo ships more consistently up on the exchange if the choice pack itself could be posted rather than people needing to select one of the 20 ships in there. Yeah. Yeah, especially as a new player, like going through all the story content, creating characters for each of the factions, trying all the different storylines. Yeah, there's a lot of strength there, but the issue comes after that. When you get past the story, when you're past the reputations, what's left? The back in the day, there was the Foundry, but that's gone. There's PvP, but that's its own set of messes right there. Yeah. Yeah, the legendary battle cruiser bundle as as the bundle to purchase as a new player, that would get you quite far. But I mean, that is a lot of money to drop on the game. I think someone just starting the game would probably be better off with one of the cheaper C store bundles. Like, what is there here? Starter or not starter? Ship bundles. Um, that Cardassian bundle's not bad, for the ships you're getting from that. That Cardassian ship bundle, which let me see if I can type here. The Cardassian Intel bundle, like that's some ships differing, different play styles there. That'll give you a few different things to do. What else here? The Federation command carrier bundles, the Norway's cool, but the Seneca I think still is not that great. I think honestly, as a new player, the best thing you could probably do, like bundle wise, aside from one of the more expensive ones, is probably that Mirror Universe bundle. The one that's got the legendary Galax in it, because that's $39, 3,900 Zen with the sale right now. Like that's a pretty strong value for Stowe. That legendary Galax is very capable. You can set that up as a CSV boat, beam overload, surgical strikes, if I recall. Yeah, commander engineer intel. So surgical strikes 3 if you wanted. You can do spire attack spire attack consoles on it, or isomags if you want. The isomags would be better, given that you'd be able to slot more of them than the attack consoles, but if you don't have isomags, then the spire consoles would still work. I think that's just a really strong bundle for what it cost. Yeah, and the starter packs are decent for new players too. Yeah, absolutely. I forget about those all the time, but yeah, the which one is it? The Federation one has the Reliant. The Romulan one's not terrible. It's not great. The Romulan one isn't terrible. The Fed one, you can sometimes get codes for it with some of the giveaways they do throughout the year. It's been a while since the last one, but if you're a new player, these starter packs do sometimes have free codes out there, so definitely look around. Yeah. The Legendary Battlecruiser bundle will get you Emergency Weapon Cycle. You're getting all of the traits and consoles from both the Avenger line and the Bordescu line, so you're getting a lot of traits with that. Um, nice, Tom. Yeah, Lead Services Starter Pack. Yeah, indeed, Chell. I mean, at this point, you know, I've had messages from Game Freaks even saying, you know, he's pretty much done at this point. I think Weibo is probably also basically done at this point. I mean, I think anyone doing DPS runs at that level, you know, that they can see the server performance, they can see that it's on a continuous downward trend, and I think the sign there's just why bother? Yeah, I want to get the legendary Miranda and Reliant, or the I want to get that bundle you're talking about, the legendary TOS one for the trait. But I just don't want to spend $78 on it, you know? Thoughts on Cryptic giving us the Section 31 rifle account unlock and Tommy gun unlock? The Tommy gun needs to be unlocked. That Captain Picard bundle that gives the Tommy gun unlock, the fact that that is just a single character unlock from a $78 bundle, and that $78 is during a sale. So really, that's a $120 bundle that gives you something for a single character. Like Cryptic should never have pushed it live in that state. And the fact that they did, like that's just their general disconnect with actually playing the game. And the Section 31 rifle, I haven't used it in a long time, to be honest. But yeah, I know a lot of people really like that. Voyager, how's it going? I'm sad to report, Voyager. I dropped my Starbase 1 earlier on accident, and one of the little pieces on the bottom broke off. I accidentally bumped the shelf while I was moving stuff around, and it flew right off. 12K Zen bundle with one T6. I mean, there's plenty like that. Look at all the captain bundles. All of these captain bundles have a base cost of, well, except the Jem'Hadar one. Um, all of them have this, you know, base cost of 12,000 Zen. They're not worth that. The only reason I've went through and purchased the Romulan one and the Klingon one, the Klingon one was someone bought that for me. Jaron, I think that was you, right? About a year ago. And thank you again for that. With the legendary Romulan Captain bundle, I went out and bought this because the trait is crucial for some torpedo stuff. The Dominion one, that trait really good, and I just was always a fan of the bug ship. Terrible. I'm supposed to defend Starbase One. I'm sorry. Yeah, they need to honestly, these captain bundles would be a lot more appealing long term if they went to that 50% discount again. The fact that they never put them at that 50% discount afterwards is just really irritating. The same was true for the TOS one. I almost went through and got it, but I decided not to. And then I'm like, a couple months later, I'm like, man, I could really use that trait for some of the solo runs I was trying to do. But not too worried about that now. Terrible. Hoodwinkle. Sell those Starbase ones on Adam and Eve. Terrible. Oof. I did get a new ship today. And like one of my orders came in actually just a couple hours ago. Let me, while we're just chatting here, let me pop it open. You guys could see it in the background. I ordered this, I think, near the end of October. How would I build out the legendary Akira? I think I did just cannons on it. I mean, you could do it as a tort build. I know that's what some people want to do with it, but um, I think I did a stream with the Akira right after it released, and I think I put together a build on stream for it. But I wasn't too crazy about that ship. I like the Akira, but the stats of it were just not that appealing to me. A lot of plastic. Feels like the bottom of it feels like it's ready to fall apart, but yeah. Yeah, it has a mount first hand, yeah. So it sits in this, and then this goes onto one of the black stands that all the Eaglemoss stuff comes with. I don't know, for me with tort builds, I'm sort of done with them right now. I think it's just, I've run tort builds for most of the past couple years, and I just don't think that they're good for general content. I think that for anyone looking to really dive into higher level stuff, but also wants to have a build capable of doing well in lower difficulty content, I think Cannon Scatter Volley, like, for just general gameplay, and for also still being very capable in elite level content, I would rather recommend someone Cannon Scatter Volley than a Tort build. Yeah, this looks very fragile. I'm gonna put it back in the box. It also feels like it's ready to break apart on me. Yeah, I'm missing something in chat here. Yeah, I mean, the 13th bundle, I haven't heard anything from Gosh yet, but I imagine, Gosh, you're probably having some fun with those ships there. Let me see what I've got my Akira set up as right now. I mean, it's probably got the build that I set up on that stream on it still. Unless I, like, dry docked it. Which I may very well have done. Um... I was just clicking through, looking at the ships over at the right, but let me see if I can find the icon. Here we go. Yeah, so I set this up as like more of a tanky escort style ship, and I mean it worked well on the stream from what I remember. So Phaser CSV setup with Maelstrom Torp on it, which I guess is covered up by my camera. So let me move that over. Let me see what the BOF setup is that I went for, or what went with here. So it was immersed powered shields, probably because I was doing like Hive or something. I don't remember what I did with this ship. Probably something like that for like just general gameplay, for like setting this up as a tank escort type ship. I don't know why I have side team on. I must have been doing like Corfez on stream when I last used this. I haven't used this thing in ages. Like, it's not a bad ship. It's just that for me, the issue I had with it is that I already had like a dozen ships better than this for the play style that I like to play. So it was cool. I like the visuals of the ship. I like the Akira visuals, but the most exciting part of the Akira, or the legendary Akira for me, was the consoles off of it becoming account wide unlock, or not, becoming unbound and usable on any ship, and then the Maelstrom torpedo being an account wide unlock. That was the best part of the Akira to me. For the event, I was leaning towards 1500 Lobby. The D7 ship is good, and also the trait and unlock its weapons, which is also a plus. Yeah, I think that Miracle Worker D7 is just a really good option. Fall, terrible. Yeah, I did a fall build on the Connie 3. It worked. I think I did a couple runs on stream where it was doing like 800K, but fall is just not in the best state right now. Yeah, and the CSV extension trait is free, like Waldo said, which makes it, not only is it the highest performing firing mode for energy weapons in the game, but it's also the cheapest to set up. How much was the ESD? I want to say I spent like $60. Sturka, how's it going? Randomized build? That sounds terrible. I mean, that might be a fun thing to do for a stream at some point. I'm just not sure how far I would go with it. Yeah. Yeah, ETM, while it's not always the easiest to use and does have a bit of a learning curve if you're trying to use it to extend fall or CSV uptime, it is definitely one of the best traits in the game for a new player. One of the most impactful. Yeah. Redirecting arrays is not great. Terrible, Steven. Okay, so a couple other C-Store ships that I would say to take a look at. We've already mentioned the Gagarin there. Mentioned the legendary Galax, mentioned the legendary Battlecruiser bundle. But some other ships to definitely consider right now. The Bozeman. The Bozeman is a good platform. It's got a good trait, and the console is really, really good. The Tachyon Net Drones console off of this ship is for especially a new player is going to be really impactful. You click it and it creates a like a debuff area around your foe, and any other foes that get trapped in the Tachyon net or that fly into it will also get debuffed, and their shields can be shut down when you hit them. It gives some crit chance and severity with the console, and the trait, while not universally useful, does have some nice applications for endgame builds. Yeah, Tachyon Net Drones, you really do need that in some content. Like that is really beneficial. You will take enemies out so much faster with the debuff and shield disabled Tachyon Net Drones applies. So the Bozeman's definitely a strong contender. I would also say, for anyone looking at tanks, the Justicar or the Justiciar or whatever. This ship launched a couple months ago, and it is a very solid tank platform. It's not the best. The Styx is still better if you can pick up the 13th bundle, but this is a very strong option. It's got a Commander Engineer of Command, so you can do Suppression Barrage on it. It is a 4/4, but if you're doing a tank, you're probably doing beam rays anyways. I also like the Cyclone still. The console on it is a little weird with how it works sometimes. Sometimes it does turn off early, but the console off the Cyclone can be used for like drawing aggro away from you. Yeah, I did mention the Cardassian bundle earlier on, but yeah, if you were just to get one of the Cardassian ships, the Cardassian carrier, that is a good option as well. The brown, yeah. And really, like, there's the bundle they released earlier this year that I can't remember the name of. The one that had the Justiciar and the Cyclone in it. What is it? What was the name of it? Faction bundles. I'm drawing a blank trying to think of what it was called. Wasn't Flashback. Yeah, I don't remember. Was it Flashback? Yeah, it was. Okay, so I didn't buy the entire bundle. I just got the I think I just got the ships with T6 coupons then. The Adamant. Terrible Voyager. It is Flashback, okay. Look, sometimes I forget the name of things. What are you missing? Just talking about some of the C-Store options, some of the bundles and all that. Did they ever fix the Cyclone trait? Yeah, they fixed the Cyclone trait. I don't think it's anything that you're going to use on like a meta build, but it is like a decent starter option. The quad cannons are okay, Dwayne, but like they're nothing to go too crazy about. Long day of first person Eververse, terrible chaps. I haven't bought anything yet today. I'm going to, but I haven't bought anything yet. I haven't even picked up Zen yet. I did show this off earlier in the stream though, but I did also grab a new webcam. Supposedly it'll be here soon, but this was a good deal I thought on this one because I looked at this a while back and it was much more expensive, but that should be a bit nicer. Let's see. Delthorin, you picked up the 11th a few days ago, one of the iffier choices for you, but the Excelsior is a very pretty ship. Honestly, I think I get some hate for this. In fact, when I gave a positive mention of the 11th in a prior video, I had someone put a comment in saying that they downvoted the video just because I said something positive about that bundle. But I do think it's actually a decent bundle. It's not the best for sure, but it's also far from the worst. You are getting 6 ships in that bundle. It is a bit more expensive, but reality for that ship that you're talking about, that is part of a Muds bundle. So if you do want that, Muds Into Darkness does have that available for account wide unlock if you're interested. I would go, Geist Wolf, go with the legendary battlecruiser one. I would go for legendary battlecruiser, and then if you want the Maelstrom, play the current event. The current event gives a Maelstrom torpedo that is just a couple percent behind the original Maelstrom. Like this Maelstrom trifluoride torpedo is actually really, really good. And if you missed out on the original Maelstrom, this is almost the same thing, just a different color. Ambassador, underrated in general, indeed. 10 is next on the list, though. The first strike bundle, I think, is not. It's not the worst. It's not, it's not bad. It's just that I think that both of the ships in it do have better alternatives outside of the bundle, and I think that the new battle cruiser bundle is just a stronger value. Nice, Steven. The original Maelstrom is off of the legendary Akira in the first Strike bundle. But I mean, if you want to have that blue Maelstrom and you want to have one that just hits a little bit harder, then yeah, the original Maelstrom may be more appealing. But this new Maelstrom, even though it does a little bit less damage, but in exchange it does get some like these little effects on it that you get from killing a target with it, and they're not like they're not small buffs. 2.5% crit chance, 10 severity, like those some pretty good buffs there. Anything else in the Zen store? Just so you already have Vanguard Specialist, Timothy, so you'd be looking at just options then for just consoles or traits that boost do in general. So, if you don't already have things like Calm Before the Storm off the Cardassian, was it Intel Flight Deck Carrier? Like, if you don't have that trait already, that'd be one I'd go in and pick up. Trying to think what else. There's Temporal Trajectory Shifter off of the Narendra. If you don't have that, that's a haste console. Might be worth looking at. Spencer, is it practical, worthwhile to stack both Maelstroms? I wouldn't. I tried doing dual Maelstroms when they first came out, and for just general gameplay, I always found that having like an extra cannon or beam on instead of the second Maelstrom just was better for me. Dark Ghost, how's it going? Yeah, I hope all of you had a nice Thanksgiving. Didn't do too much myself. In fact, yesterday did nothing. Today was more of a... I feel like today was more of a Thanksgiving type day for me than yesterday, but all we did was just get some pizza. No turkey this year because our entire stove just needs to be replaced, and they were unable to get the replacement in before Thanksgiving. So just not really much of an option this year, which is fine. If I start a new tune, is it worth using a T6 straight out of the gate? Yeah, just use, if you have T6 ships already, you can just get any of them on your low-level character, and they'll automatically scale up with you. Yeah, and I would say to go for a Jem'Hadar Vanguard one, just so you have those Vanguard pets, because the Vanguard pets will basically just one-shot everything at that lower level. What is my favorite ship and budget version for those of us low on Zen? I really like the Delkina. The Delkina right now is probably my favorite ship in Stowe right now for the way that I'm playing. And the budget version of that is the Norway. There's the Norway right in the C store, and there's also a fleet version of it that you can get if you don't want to spend any money at all. I think it's the fleet one's called the Norway, and then I forget what the just normal name is here. Let me find. Someone will say it in chat. Most likely. Valdress. So it's the Valdress Command Strike Wing Escort, and then the fleet version of it is the Norway. Yep. And the Norway is one of the few smaller model Eaglemoss ships I went out and picked up. I found an eBay listing where the guy was selling it for like, I think it was $11 plus another like $6 shipping. So I end up getting both the Norway and the relativity off of him. I didn't think it was that bad for what ended up being a total like 35, $36 after shipping. And that was with the magazines for both of them. Can't stop using the Lexington. The Lexington's solid. What is the fleet version of the Bozeman? It's the Soyuz Intel frigate. Yeah, so if you go to the shipyard and you search up Soyuz, Fleet Soyuz Intel Heavy Frigate. But just note, with the fleet version is the best version of the ship to fly. But if you want the trait and console, you still do have to get the C-Store version. The fleet one doesn't come with the trait and console. Honestly, I have slight buyer's remorse about the First Strike bundle. I got it when it came out, and it's fine. I really want to love the Valdor, but I just can't find myself flying others. You just find yourself flying other stuff more. Yeah. Steven, that's basically, I think, the experience a lot of us have had with that bundle. It's not bad. They're not bad ships. The issue is we just have better things. That's the issue with a lot of new releases into STO, is we already have ships that are similar or even better. I remember when was it the Section 31 Intel Dreadnought cruiser came out? I remember getting some heat for that because in the review in the breakdown I was like, don't buy the ship, just buy the legendary Galax and the legendary Mirror bundle for $40. There's a lot of those promo premium ships that do already have comparable or better versions in the C-Store. Yeah, Black Voyager said, if you're ever wanting to get a fleet version of a ship and you're also intending to get the C-Store one, get the C-Store one first, because that'll give you a discount on the cost of the fleet one. La Paloma, how's it going? Yeah, I know, it's really late over there. I'm sorry. What is it, like 2 a.m.? Yeah, this is a later stream. I'd intended to try and get a video out today, but just didn't end up happening. I may or may not have just played Destiny 2 pretty much all day yesterday. Let's see here. My sleep schedule's always mixed up too, Voyager, you know that. I think it's just the way it goes playing online games as you get your schedule mixed up. 1:30 a.m. in the UK. So it's no longer Black Friday for you guys over there. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Waldo. I'd seen your question before and then just forgot to respond. You ideally want to go with a 5-4 torp build if you're doing Maelstrom. So that's why one of the reasons that the Eagle has gained so much value. And why most of the recent torp runs were with the Eagle rather than the tooth or the sticks. You can still run the tooth or the sticks, and if you do that, you would typically drop like the dark matter on a torp build, I think is what people were doing. I think that's what I did on mine. Where's my yeah, so on my Chirax, which I was trying some torp stuff on, I dropped the dark matter for the Maelstrom, but ideally you would have the dark matter on still and you'd just be on an Eagle. Terrible, Rob. Yeah, pleb, that's true. I think for the content that Stowe has, you can make any ship work. It's just, yeah, definitely a question of, is this ship really worth the resources? Terrible Voyager. I didn't go to bed that late last night. Would it work on a Tamir? Yeah, it should. That's 5, right? Oh, wow, it's been a long time since I looked at the Tamir. Ed, no comment. Terrible. Terrible. Um, yeah, the Tamir you could still run as a torp build. Plenty of people did that prior to the Eagle being released, but if you have the ability to get the Eagle is the better ship. The Eagle has a console on it that works very well with the commander pilot that the Eagle has, in which your torps can fire every half second versus having a shared cooldown of 1.5 seconds on other ships with the ferrofluid. T6 Fleet Nova for like a side torp platform maybe, but I don't think I'd run those like just a fully like torp focused setup. I don't remember when I went to bed last night, Voyager. I'm sorry. It was after midnight. I want to say I went to bed probably around 1 or 2. Belated Thanksgiving. So if anyone buys anything tonight, it should be the Legendary Battlecruiser bundle. I think that's probably the best option right now. That or an anniversary bundle. Like if you don't have the 12th or 13th bundle, you're going to get more for your money from those bundles, though they do cost a little bit more. But I think for anyone that already has those anniversary bundles, then that Legendary Battlecruiser bundle is just really good. What size C-Store ship would I recommend? None. If you want to get a size ship, and you don't want to go for the Vern, I would say to go for the Drenner, the Fleet Drenner scout ship, which you can get from a T5 colony. And if you don't have it, you can temporarily join a fleet or you can temporarily join a fleet that has the ability or has them unlocked, purchase it, and then leave that fleet to go back to yours. If we replace the Dark Matter Torp with the Event Mail, is it worth getting? Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, if you or especially if you're on like a phaser disruptor build, you could do the dual beam bank if that fits onto your build. Yeah, you could definitely do that, Geist Wolf. Don't tilt Triz, but the J is a pretty good torp boat. Yeah. You can't gamble when you're sleeping. Why would I? Howdy, Spencer, folks here. Kept track of my bedtime. I didn't fall into a food coma. We didn't really do Thanksgiving yesterday. Today was more of a Thanksgiving type day, I guess, for me. We just ordered some pizza. My mom just had her surgery. She can't move around a ton. My sister's working, and the other family nearby. Well, after that, the nearest family we have is like 250 miles away or something like that. So we just didn't really celebrate a normal Thanksgiving like normally would. So it doesn't help also that we have to get a replacement for our stove here in the apartment. The door like broke off on the front of the stove, so it's got to be replaced, and they were unable to get a replacement in before the Thanksgiving break. So we've been just excessively using the air fryer. Ship of the Line and Thirst for Battle are amazing. Yeah, the Sutherland is good, but I think if you can get that Fleet Journer scout ship, that is legitimately a very good platform. I hit that button. Hitting the wrong button on there. Okay, so let me show this Fleet Journer scout ship. If you're in a fleet with a T5 colony, you can go through and pick this ship up, and it's like the second best like pure science ship in the game. So why would that work? The filters here suck. Okay. There it is. Lucari Journer Scout Ship. You get this from having a T5 colony. You get the ability to purchase this. And this is just, it's like the second best pure science platform in the game. The front fell off. Yes. Basically. And to make it worse, it happened like when it broke off, it fell on my mom's foot right before her surgery, so her foot was already like screwed up. That did not help. The battlecruiser, yeah. I just think new or old, that bundle's pretty good value. To stop in that. Yeah. It's hard to recommend event ships too long term because for anyone that misses that event, it's not free. Like I think the Jellyfish is an incredible event queue platform, but you know, anyone that missed that event, they're not going to be able to get it now for you know how long. Unfortunately, Adapt to Survive, YouTube has started pushing ads a bit more aggressively with streams. So it does automatically place ads now. If I notice it down here, I can hit the button to delay ads. But YouTube, like Twitch, has started to be a bit more aggressive with pushing them. Legendary Romulan Daenerys and Scimitar. Yeah, the Legendary Romulan Warbird bundle is still solid. Honestly, the recommendations I put out there in the bundle buyer's guide last year are still good. It's just that this year, the 13th anniversary bundle and the Legendary Battlecruiser bundle are two bundles that I would rate very highly. Yeah, I think that Ship of the Line off of the Legendary Avenger is a very good trait, and the Borderskew trait also solid as well. Yeah, it gives me options to like just so with the ads, it gives me an option of how many I want it to spam. And I put it on the conservative setting, so it's as few as possible within what YouTube's automated stuff is going to do. Obviously, if you have an ad blocker or YouTube Premium, you can still get around seeing them, but they are, YouTube is cracking down on that, and I think next year you're going to see Google Chrome probably not be as ad blocker friendly. Yeah, I think that's a video that might get an update after the 14th bundle drops. Any idea what the ships in the 14th could be? Ed, I hear that it's probably best if I don't talk about things that are not announced. I'm sorry. But if I had to predict, if I just had to put out a hypothetical, if I were to put out just a hypothetical guess as to what the theme of upcoming content would be, I would take a step back and look at the content we just got. I would take a look at the Gauntlet queue having a Borg cube at the end that is finally one that doesn't instantly die. And I think I would, be thinking, what could they do with a hard cube that us players would be very happy with? I have to imagine there's going to be a Borg theme. And I think us finally getting harder Borg cubes. I think we've seen some content in the past that was recreations of major battles from the franchise. And where would a difficult to kill Borg cube come into play? Whale probe. YouTube denied your monetization. All your videos got 50 ads. Yeah, I'm on the YouTube Premium family plan right now, and it's nice because I probably could get an ad blocker on some of these tablets, like on the Kindles I got, but it's nice to be able to just sign into the YouTube app that I sideloaded onto those and not worry about, any ads. I'm just hypothetically guessing. Like, we just got a really difficult Borg cube to kill at the end of Gauntlet. Like, I don't know how many of you have actually played Gauntlet Elite yet, but that thing takes a while to kill. It's got 48 million HP. I would hope that the anniversary bundles, for me, I would like to see the anniversary bundles go back to what they used to be like, where it's, ships from each faction. The bundle and I would imagine, yeah, the bundle, the lockbox, and the free anniversary ship are probably all going to be tied into, the current storyline. Oh, did I say Gauntlet? Guillotine. Guillotine. I need more coffee. I need more coffee. Yes. Guillotine. Guillotine TFO. I'm sorry. Guillotine Elite. I wish there was a better Sovereign. Did you guys ever see the Sovereign from or it was not quite a sovereign, but it was like a sovereign from the Prodigy season 2 trailer or whatever. That thing looked nice. I don't have pictures of it in front of me, but yeah, that would be nice. Playable Borg Assimilator. I mean, they did mention on 10 forward that both the Borg Assimilator and the Harmony were designed to be more likely to be player flyable than other ships they've introduced. It would not surprise me at all for us to get like a Borg Assimilator and Harmony as player flyable ships at some point next year. The question is, how are they going to be released? Is it going to be, are we going to get a lockbox? Are we going to be getting, some nice free anniversary or free event ships? I don't know. The Voyager A, yes, the Voyager A. Yeah, let me get a picture of that up on screen here quick. This. Yeah, here we go. Let me drop this link in chat. So this is the Voyager A. You can see how it's got some design elements that are very reminiscent of what you would see on like a Sovereign class. Upgraded Sovereignized Nova class. Yeah, Jeff, I don't get it either. I really like the Sovereign class, the Enterprise E, and it sucks that every version of it in the game is just underwhelming. The Legendary isn't great. The just all the versions of it we have just are so underwhelming. Legendary Abraham Lincoln lounging chair of doom, please. Terrible. Assimilator would be guaranteed Infinity or promo. Yeah, I mean, I could see, it would not surprise me if we had like another Borg themed lockbox with the Assimilator as the grand prize. The question is, what else is that lockbox going to contain, or is it a direct to Infinity edition? But they did already state, like I said earlier, that both the Borg Assimilator, that flat PS2 looking thing that they recently added, and the Harmony, that triangular shape ship from the newer content, that both of those, were designed or are more likely to become player flyable ships. Legendary V'ger when? Never. Yeah, for the Voyager, you're better off with the Trailblazer from the 12th bundle. That is a really good version of the Voyager. Well, the Harmony, Thomas said on Twitter that it's not the Harmony. He said it's something entirely new. Yeah, Zor, I did see that on the 10 forward. I didn't talk about it on the news video, but let me pop that clip up quick. Give me just a moment. Because I know there's going to be a lot of people that have not seen that clip. Time go. Am I covering this at all? No, I'm not.
All of my timelines are on hold as we, as Jakar put it, enter a time of transition. I don't really know what the future will hold for my various schemes and things that I had like in flight under the hood. All that
just
stuff
because
is
we're
question marks right now.
Just because we're looking at the schedule for the new year and planning some things around. Sorry, Jonathan, to cut you off. The way you said that sounded a little more dire than it actually is. So I wanted to make sure people knew. It's just because we're diving into schedule stuff, like Jared was talking about.
I'm Let me replay that here from the beginning
Um,
and boost the audio up a little bit. Audio should be a little bit louder.
all of my timelines are on hold as as Jakar put it, enter a time of transition. I don't really know what the future will hold for my various schemes and things that I had like in flight under the hood. All that
Just
stuff
because
is
we're
question marks right now.
just because we're looking at the schedule for the new year and planning some things around. Sorry, Jonathan, to cut you off. The way you said that sounded a little more dire than it actually is. So I wanted to make
Okay.
sure people knew. It's just because we're diving into schedule stuff, like Jared was talking about.
Yeah, that was a clip right there. I'll drop a link to that in chat here for anyone that wants to just have that on hand to look at it closer. And grab this link. Streaming. I don't think Stowe's going anywhere anytime soon, but I think there's probably a lot of questions going on about what the future holds, and I think that most of them internally are probably as in the dark with things still as we are. Okay. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah. We need you in D2. I'll be there soon, Rob. Okay, so does anyone have any other questions, about things you guys want to just any recommendations for, related to the sales or anything like that? I'm going to get my dailies done while you guys ask, because it sounds like I'm needed in D2 here soon. Okay. I literally have not flown the Shrike since the stream I did on Saturday. I know people were really hyped up about the Shrike and all that, but I just, like I said in the initial breakdown of it, like it just wasn't going to be a game changer for what I do, at least. I think it's a fun ship to fly, but I don't think it, really changed anything. What Muds bundle should you whale out on? Ooh, K-Wolves. K-Wolves. Well, K-Wolves, you were looking at the one that has the Sona collector in it, right? But is that even out right now? Is that one up? Here it is, as seen on TNG. K-Wolves, man, you were talking about wanting to get the Sona collector on account-wide unlock. You've got the other Muds bundles that have the other Sona ships cables. You should go for it. When am I going to stream a 10-hour Destiny raid? Terrible. Do I think the Endeavor cap will be raised at a future date? I hope not. I'm just about at the cap. But I think if they're not going to add in a way for players to quickly catch up, then they should not expand it further. If they want to expand it further, then they need to add in a way that a new player can get through it much faster than it currently takes. Right now, if you want to complete the Endeavor and you're a brand new player, you're looking at like 3 years. Yes, Cables, for you, in your case, yes. Finally bit the bullet and unlocked the Deimos. Nice, Jeff. How's the Mud Kittimer bundle? Terrible. If going for the Jellyfish, what other ships? So when it comes to the Kelvin bundle, what I personally went for is I went for the Vulcan Experimental Scout Vessel, the Heavy Destroyer Ship Pack, and the Kelvin Timeline Starships. That is 6 ships in total, because the Heavy Destroyers is the Kelvin and the Kelvin D7. The Kelvin Timeline Starships is the Kelvin Connie, the D4X, and the Tularu. So That is why that Muds bundle is specifically rated so highly, is because some of these selections are multiple ships. Anything worth getting that is not ship related? Actually, let me answer Mayor MathCube here. Is 25% a good deal on Infinity promo boxes? Absolutely. And honestly, if you do pick up the Infinity promo boxes, it might be a good idea for you if you don't mind being patient. If you don't mind tossing them in the bank for like a month, you're probably going to get more EC out of them. Anything worth getting that is not ship related, slots and services, you need inventory space, DOF slots, things like that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do a crystalline here in a moment, Steven. I don't think Bort's going to stay at Cryptic. I think he's probably going to, he's been working on that other game, and I think he's probably going to take up an offer at a different studio. Wish they'd make this game more alt-friendly? Yeah. Zor, why aren't you talking about how badly you want a specific ship so that your viewers will send it to you for free? So, as a YouTube content creator, I know that some people have sort of misled about how much money the YouTube stuff makes. But, if you have a YouTube channel that is monetized and you are getting tens of thousands of views a month, you should be able to get enough off YouTube to pick up whatever it is you want. I don't want to get into specific numbers, but I did say in the Discord that in 2022, the YouTube channel, like for me, I made $4,300 pre-tax off of YouTube in 2022. And I am not the biggest YouTube channel. You can take a look at the numbers, use Social Blade. You can see, take the numbers that I said, compare that against the view count others have. And you should be able to see, that a YouTube channel around this size should be able to be self-sufficient when it comes to like buying new ships and that. Terrible warp core. Hate seeing the jellyfish on any pug I am in. Just means that player is going to do nothing. I'm sorry. I've been bringing the jellyfish into the event TFO. I'm sorry, Warp Core and Zora. I shouldn't have answered that. Yeah. Yeah, like, you can look up the numbers online, but I think a rough estimate you'll see is that every 1,000 views on a lengthy video is most likely going to be in like the $5 to $10 price range. It's going to vary, of course. Some stuff does worse, some does better. But yeah. Kenobi did a 1.3 million HSC the other day. I did see that. Steven sent me a picture of that in the jellyfish, yeah. What is a Lobby ship that sells for quite a bit of EC and doesn't take ages to sell? I mean, the Adalith. People do Beam Overload builds all the time. Annoying the Kelvin Muds bundle isn't on console. Yeah, I've heard that the Cruiserweight bundle wasn't there for everyone either. Yeah. Yeah, like I know some of the numbers that other Snow creators made last year, and most of the big channels make enough that they should be able to be self-sufficient. If I fixed another mouse, I'd be able to double the YouTube money. Yeah. Missed out on the jelly, so I ended up building 1701 Century Lazy Boat. Yeah, when the jellyfish goes to Muds, there's going to be people going for that left and right. What's going to happen is they're going to release it, and it's gonna get nerfed. That's gonna be the bait right there. Oh, see, I had the window up high enough that I saw this pop up now, and all I have to do is hit skip ads. There we go. Okay. Dan, if you have the beam overload extension trait, you can do that. Or if you have ETM, you could do fire at will. But I find that if you're doing the Maelstrom, it's hard to do that with fire at will. Like if you're trying to do ETM. Terrible Voyager. Okay, let's do a Crystalline Catastrophe quick. I just want to get that daily done. I'm gonna reroll some of my endeavors here. I will reroll endeavors that take me more than like a minute to do at this point. Okay, those aren't too terrible. Okay, Crystalline Catastrophe Public Queue. This is the current Universal Endeavor, so I'm going to hop in Crystalline Catastrophe Advanced. Here we go. Would not be surprised if the next Muds bundle has the Adolith. There we go. And yeah, I'll be doing a stream tomorrow. I just wanted to just hop in, basically just chat about the, some of the bundles and deals with Black Friday, and I imagine I'll be talking about some of this stuff again tomorrow. Cheops, I gotta do what McStud does. Gotta do them beginner videos. That's what really gets the YouTube money. Yeah, ETM with Maelstrom doesn't really work. That's what sucks about it with Fire at Will is you want to use the Maelstrom, but you can't do fall with it really. What's the best Miranda variant worthy of the Resolute skin? The Bozeman, or the fleet version of it, the Fleet Soyuz Intel frigate. You do want to have the C-Store Bozeman though, because that will discount the fleet one, and the actual C-Store Bozeman does have a really good trait and console. Look at this lag. Imagine if the pulse goes right through the portal and just, like, nukes me. That would have been funny. The portal's not working there. I couldn't shoot through it. Yeah. So the thing with the portal is I found it was a bit inconsistent. Look at that lag, though. That was just... Like, you can see my ship going backwards and, like, jolting back at points. $3K on the Rift set. Oh yeah, that's another good one. If you do EPG builds, the Revolutionary or the Imperial Rift set, that is a really good pickup. Yeah. The portal is very inconsistent, and the more I use it, the more I just am disappointed in it. Also, this Jem'Hadar ship here, um, this thing is also available on Master Replicas. If anyone's wanting a physical model of this Jem'Hadar carrier. I've had people ask if I'm an affiliate with Master Replicas, and I wish. I do have a real merch affiliate link, which is why I put it in the thing, but no, I don't have any partnership or affiliation with Master Replicas. I know with the 3D printing being gone, I know some of you do want physical copies of your ships, and that's why I keep mentioning it. Sorry. Gotcha. Nah, the only sponsorship like things I ever get in my email are some. I've had a couple games that like would not be well received by the audience that have sent me requests before, and I also have had just some random products that are cheap on Amazon or something. I had someone like I once received an affiliate thing or the affiliate this a request for me to review like a game controller, and you look at it on Walmart, it's like $20, and the reviews are this thing broke within 5 minutes. It's like I'm not gonna go through and do that. Gold seller and secret affiliations. I have been accused of being a gold seller. And I have also just recently, I was told that because, I look at player auctions that I am, that I am actually a gold seller. I look at player auctions because it's interesting to see what the current prices are for gold selling things, to see what the interest levels are currently at. I don't look at it to go in or buy and sell things. I look at it because it's a good way for me to see what level that economy is at and to see what items are getting engagement, which I can then use to focus on myself for market play or for creating content. Like, if I look at this and I see that, oh, hey, this dude's selling like a ton of this specific lockbox ship, then maybe that might be worth something I look into. It might be worth me looking into for making a video about that ship. Terrible. Nah, Warp Core, I haven't. Yeah, I've been accused of many things. Terrible Dark Coast. I do make money off of Stowe through the YouTube stuff, but, not gold selling. Terrible, Rob. Love to see me do a raid. We don't even have enough people over in D2 to do a raid. Wow, Zor. It is getting bad. I have... Let me see if I can find the picture. Hold on. Okay. Let me just take a picture of this quick. Yeah, I've gotten a few. I do still have more incoming. But I do also need to find a way to like display all of them. Because I've got, so after this picture, I had my Sona Battleship and Collector arrive from Real Merch. I also had my Angle arrive. And I still have an order out with a bunch of BSG items that isn't even going to ship out until at the soonest next week. A lot of models, yes. Just a few. Stream ideas, content ideas, yeah. Raid Shadow Legends. Terrible Cheops. Have I thought about streaming WoWs? I have thought about it, and I have done it in the past. The issue is that the way that I tend to play it when I'm just going in and getting dailies done is not very good. Like when I went in earlier with my Marseille, I literally went in, and to get the first 2 daily missions done for the battle pass, I yeeted in across the cap and was dead within 2 minutes. But I got like 50k damage each time, so I got 300 points. Could always stream D2. I mean, maybe I'll do Warships again at some point. Gauntlet Elite, Distant Night. I see that you want me to do Gauntlet Elite. I've seen it. Let me swap ships. We were talking about the Akira earlier, and it looks like I have a pretty tanky setup on it. So let me grab that. We'll do a Gauntlet Elite, or why do I keep saying Gauntlet? A Guillotine Elite. We'll do a Guillotine Elite public queue, and then that'll be it for this stream here today. And I guess the 3 dailies I have. Okay. Guess that's Omega, isn't it? So Guillotine Elite, public queue. Let's go in and suffer. Someone is not happy that it's bedtime, I'm hearing. You can hear the niece crying a room over. She's developed quite a bit of an addiction to tablets. It's not good. Screen addiction or whatever. Yeah, I know. Okay, I've queued. Public queue. Guillotine Elite. Guillotine, not Gauntlet. I'm sorry. Yeah, that bot farm, I mean, I think there's still clearly some bot farms present. I don't think that's necessarily what's going on currently with the market. I think the Dilex issue is more of buyer, there's partially buyer confidence. We've just had a month or so of people not being sure that they want to put money into the game because of the, uncertainty about the future. We also have the Black Friday sales and the Christmas sales coming up just a month from now. So you've got a lot of Zen demand, and there's not really a dilithium drain right now. So it's just a perfect combo to screw over the Dilex. The niece is 2.5. Yeah, and Darth, the best thing that I can tell any of you is if you find a good way to make EC, don't talk about it. I've talked about this in prior videos, but the issue you have with a lot of markets and STO, especially duty officer related, is that as soon as news gets out there that it's a way to make EC, you're done. Yeah, look, it was 2 something. I didn't see the second number.
The enemy has started to bring their...
Yeah, 2.16. I'm not surprised. Yeah, so this triangular ship here, I fully expect to be a flyable ship at some point, and they even said as much. They said it was designed to be player flyable. Oh, when I set this build up, there was some fun things going on, wasn't there? Okay, ship of the line, EP to E. Let's resave the loadout. Ultim Heavy Raider good. It's okay, but not anything special by modern standards.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh no, I mean, does anyone? I wish we had a Vomp in here to see how it stacks up against Vomp, because the Vomp is pretty big too. And the original Maelstroms do really look good too. That's the Trifluorides are going to perform very well, but they're not going to have the same visuals. Like the Maelstroms are like that original like quantum color. So I do think First Strike Bundle is still going to see some sales because people want to have like a really powerful blue torpedo. Like here it is again. Like, people want them blue torpedoes. Wow, I did not realize I was taking up that much of the screen here. Let me, What cost more, Vomp or Vern? The Vern would cost more right now. Trifluoride, apparently it's something from Prodigy. Mirborg give off Dalek vibes, yeah. Okay, let me minimize the webcam just a smidge here. You guys don't need me covering that much of the screen now. Okay, so remember for this numbered portion here, where we're protecting the anchors, when they finish, each of them is going to spawn in the simulator. So just make sure that we take out that assimilator, because if it escapes, it does fail the TFO. What do I think about random elites? I think that it's an opportunity to create some content focused on showing people how to make very survivable, high DPS capable builds. Like the build I'm in right now is very survivable. It's not the highest DPS. I don't have my parser up right now, but like it's an opportunity for content creators to put out content showing how you can do high DPS and still have a build that is more survivable than what most players would consider a heavy tank. Like you can make a very survivable, like you can make a CSV DPS build very survivable with just a few tweaks. You slot the Valdor console on off of the T3 Valdor, which you can get from the dilithium store or from the ship vendor for 75,000 dilithium, or you can get it on the legendary Valdor. That console's insane for shield healing, which I'll show you after this match. You get some colony protomatter attack consoles; those are really good too. Like there's just a couple different ways where you can make a build really tanky. And AoE heavy builds like CSV and Fire at Will have an easier time at it. Some of the methods don't work as well for single target like Beam Overload or Surgical Strikes because they're reliant on like the number of shots you're getting out. Okay, let's keep an eye out for simulators. Take them out as soon as you see them. I'm working on a couple now. So these assimilator things are most likely going to be a player flyable ship at some point. It's not known when that's going to happen, but they've talked about it on 10 Forward. So don't be surprised if we see these things pop up as an event ship or lockbox or something at some point. There we go. Now we just got to get the other 3 done. This build would benefit from AES. I just don't have it on because the loadout that I loaded here is from like half a year ago. Just to be fully honest, this build is one that I set up on stream probably when I was first building the ship out. I really have not used the ship much since then. It's the Valdor Heavy Warbird. It's an old T3 ship. It has a console on it called the Shield Absorptive Frequency Generator, which is probably the best shield heal that exists in the entire game. And the cooled offs, yeah. Let me stockpile a few more of those before I, get any recommendations of those out there. That's a joke. I've already got like half the market in my inventory. The issue with the cooled offs is nobody ever buys them. Where's them assimilators at? Wolf Elite, yeah. I think a lot of people are looking forward to that. What lag? Have you tried doing 17 times less to improve your lag? Terrible, Sark. Kane, let me read that fully here in a minute. Gotta get this assimilated before it leaves. There we go. Now we just gotta kill the rest of the enemies and then we're done. But yeah, these board cubes here, these tactical cubes, like imagine a TFO or some sort of like recreation battle content like what we saw with Battle of the Binary Stars, but it's like Wolf 359 or the Battle of Sector 001. Like these board cubes here the new ones that they've come out with here do enable content like that to be possible. Whereas the prior board cubes were, well, as many of you know, just a complete joke. Terrible is your middle name? That assimilator was fast, yeah. It was trying to get out. I'm sorry, I don't have the window open to see that and cancel it. There we go. That be it. We got the TFO done. Good job, everyone. Okay. Let me claim the rewards there. 408 Omega marks. Because the mark event is going on. I was like, damn, that is a lot of marks. Okay, good job, everyone. And let me bring up the parse so I can show the Valdor console. Okay. Heals. Yeah, so the shield absorptor frequency generator was my top heal. It didn't do as much healing as you would see in like a hive or an infected, but that's because my shields weren't being drained like I would experience in there. But it's a lot of healing. Like that's a single console giving you a massive amount of shield healing with a build that is able to shoot energy weapons a lot. Get the camera was on YouTube. The old 250k damage Invisitorbs, yeah. Okay, Kane, let me read your comment now. Give me just a second to bring it up. Hey, Spence, do a meme build, Kazon, Heavy Raider, Annihilator. Terrible. Terrible. Rob would want me to do it on an engineer also. Terrible. Geralyn, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. And hopefully you guys are able to pick up some of the nice deals going on. You know, some of these bundles, even if you don't buy anything right now, just having some Zen on hand for the next anniversary event is going to be handy. I know that's my intention still, is to go in and grab the or grab some Zen to pick up the next anniversary bundle. Would I recommend the Legendary Akira? I would recommend other bundles before the First Strike bundle, but if you're a fan of the Akira, you want the Maelstrom, you want the Valdor, it's fine. It really is fine. But for me, I would go for other bundles first, but it is still a perfectly viable bundle to pick up. The terribles for a minute. I want to go over and see if Steven's still around. I want to see how many of those Nakul duty officers I just have sitting on characters right now. I have a feeling it's a lot. Yeah. I understand that. I had an order that I was going to place the other day, and I just sat there thinking, do I really want this? And I ended up not placing it. Thomas, how's it going? Yeah, the next anniversary bundle will likely be priced very similar to the current one and the prior one. Kale has said that that was a really good price point for them. Okay, I want to look at the bank. I don't know why I'm running from the bank. So right there's 3 of these Nicoles. Do I still think the Delkina is worth picking up? Yeah, I think it's still an incredible platform. I think it is one of the top, if you know, it's one of the top energy weapon platforms in the game. It's also capable as a torp build, and you could also set it up as a tank if you really wanted. I don't have the EC to gamble. And given the current gambling mechanics and just Cryptic's unwillingness to address some of the issues with the gambling system, I just don't really have much interest to open keys right now. I don't need Lobby. I've got 24k still on me. I don't need a ship right now. I've got a ship box still on me for the next ship that drops. I just don't have a reason to gamble. Yeah, my guesses are it's either going to be it's either going to be another Terran bundle, or it's going to be like a Borg, like, you know, like Borgified Fed ships or something. Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say there's just 12 of them here, and then I realized, oh, there's a full stack over to the left. Yeah, I've got a few of the cool duty officers here, just a few. They don't sell, like they just do not move on the market. Gamble for fun. I have in the past, but I don't want to. I've had stuff posted to the exchange too, and it just bounced back, and I just don't care enough right now to go back through and relist everything. Terrible Voyager. What do I hope will be in it? I mean, I would love to see, you know, some like Federation Borg related ships, whether it's ships that were notable for being destroyed or something, or, you know, just some more Borgified ships, I think would be interesting. That's another route for them to go. You know, we've just had a couple years of the Terran ships, the Terran bundles. Next up, they can remonetize the exact same ships just with the Borg skin on them. You know, here's your assimilated sovereign. Now go spend another $30 on it. Yeah, the dill market is still working, but there will be like a week or two delay. So boring. I mean, let's be real. I think we can all see them doing something like that. Borg Dominion ship? Okay. I think I had something to kill a couple Tholians quick, so let me do that. Valdor, yeah, okay, so there's a dilithium sale going on right now then too. Yeah, that's a really good console to get for that dilithium. Defeat Tholians on Nukara. This one's easy at least. Aren't all intel? Right now, I actually want some more America worker ships, which is weird for me to say. I would like a nice America worker intel ship that's similar to the Delkina. It'd be like the best do platform if it was done right. Polaron damage, that'll be easy to do. Yeah, intel's fine. The Endeavor RNG Ghost hates Tholians, yes. And I need to get some Polaron damage on ground, so I'm going to grab the Magellan Staff, which is a Lobi weapon that you should not buy because it is in no way worth the cost. It legitimately, it's a copy-paste of some of the 50 Lobi weapons, except that it costs much, much more. Operation Wolf. More double Merc worker ships. Oh yeah, just what I want. Just what I want. I think we might eventually see a legendary Cardassian ship, but I don't think we would probably see more than one. I think we would just see like a, if we ever see one at all, it would be like a legendary Galore, and it would just be that. I don't think we would see any other legendary Cardassian ship. Consoles not stationed, yeah. Undine Enhanced Intrepid USS Voyager. The Cheshire that could have been.
Everyone's here? Good.
I'd like them to go back in and update the old promo ships that have weaker stats, like the Cheshire variants, the Sona Collector, the Anorax. Give them a full spec seat. Like, those are ships that cost, you know, like $150, $200 per character. Just give them a damn spec seat. A full spec seat. I don't see the issue with that. BO and CSV. Terrible. Yeah, I think that's a route that they still need to go. I don't know if they're worried about that eating into some of the sales maybe or something, but like
Get to the console.
the legendary Decora, the legendary, or not legendary, the existing Keldon, Galore, Decora, I don't think they would be impacted that much by a, you know, legendary version of them, because they're not that good. I think a legendary version would just net Cryptic more sales at this point. As soon as I get this Endeavor, I'm going to be wrapping things up. So if you have any final questions you want to get in, drop them in. And a reminder, I will be streaming again tomorrow, earlier than today. Today was just a random stream. Yeah. The staff that I'm using is the Magellan staff from the Lobi store. It costs 200 Lobi. It's a joke for the price. Like, 200 Lobi is basically $40. It's not worth $40. And it's a single character unlock. Just is not worth it. Um, yeah, it's possible we might see like a 40% legendary sale near Christmas, but I would say if you have any legendary bundle you're wanting to buy, just get it at 35%. Like that 40% sale is not guaranteed to happen. Most likely it's just going to be another 35% sale. So if you have something you want, just get it with the sale that we have up now and enjoy it, you know. No need to wait and try to save like $5 because it's that sale's not even guaranteed to happen. You can get the Delkina off the exchange. The only reason to get it from the primary faction bundle would be if you wanted it on account-wide unlock. I would say P Cubed, get it over on Tribble first before you make a commitment of, you know, that type of money. If you're like seriously thinking about getting the Muds bundle for it, make sure you've played around with it first, even if it's just over on Tribble doing some patrols or something, just to make sure that it's a ship that you're going to like to fly. The gold, yeah, the gold Decora should just be in the GPL store. Like, it doesn't make sense to me why that isn't there. That would be a very good EC sync if it was in there for like 1 billion GPL. Because getting 1 billion GPL is going to take like 1 billion EC. So just put it there. I don't see why they don't. The trading channel had a wipe or something happen a couple weeks ago. I don't know what happened. But I was impacted by it as well. I got removed from the channel. I have rejoined. I think you can get invited back. I think I can send invites out again. Let me... Did I... Yeah, okay. I got my operator role back, so I can send invites out. Yeah, just drop your handle in the Casual Sab Discord. And in fact, let me put something in here. Stow. Okay, Casual Sab Discord. There's a channel now under the Star Trek Online category. So when you join the Discord, go to the role selection, grab the Stow role, and you'll have access to see this. If you need an invite to the trading channel, then go in there, drop your @handle, and I'll get you an invite the next time I'm in game. Same for anyone else that needs it. Just gonna leave that there, and invites won't be instant, but I'll get you the next time I log in for dailies or whatever. And let me make sure that this allows people to type in there. Everyone. Stow, yeah, if you're a Stow person, you can type in there. So Casual Sab Discord, linked in the description down below. And go to role selection once you're in there. Grab the Star Trek Online role, which is the master key, of course, because this is a Star Trek casino. And then go to TCC channel invite, drop your handle there, and I'll get you an invite. Okay. Let me see if I have missed anything else here. Yeah, that's true, Steven. Wild Crop Duster goes well. Just wrapping things up here. I will be streaming again tomorrow. So if you guys, if you're watching the VOD of this and wanna catch me live, I'll probably be trying to go a bit earlier in the day than today. Probably closer to noon Central Time. So yeah, stop by if you want to hang out, do some runs, or just ask any questions. That's going to be it though for today. Again, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, and I will see you all around.